Hello everyone, welcome back to No Man's Sky 2.3, the living ship update on Perma 2020 today, farming and mining. We're going to make Stasis Devices finally. It's the last episode of farming and mining, and then we can go make quicksilvers and do missions and have all kinds of fun because we're going to have tons of money. Just really quickly, we're going to be spending a lot of time in the inventory today because we build everything inside the inventory. Last night I gathered probably enough supplies to make 34 of them. We may or may not have enough. It's possible. I've got so much stashed everywhere. Normally I wouldn't keep all of these gases and ionized cobalt and condensed carbon and all this stuff stuffed away. I'd make all the parts as I go. But in order to show you in one 30-minute or less video, I've stuffed it all away. And there's just the fighter. There's my cargo. And my exocraft still has all of this stuff. If you are going to make them all at one time, I suggest really strongly that you have a ship that you can build stuff in, and I do, but we're not going to use it. I just show you. There's the exotic, and as you can see, the exotic has got plenty of room to build all this stuff in. But I'm just going to build it in my suit, and in order to do that, we need to make this our primary starship again. All right. A good way to do this, if you're not familiar with it, or you haven't done it very much, is to actually have a chart on an iPad or on a computer monitor, or even written by hand, to show you the different parts. And I do. I have the Stasis Device half of the wiki chart, and I think I can link the wiki chart itself in the description below. It says on the wiki chart to make iridescite first, cryogenic chambers second, and quantum processors third. And that's actually a good way to do it because the iridescite is the easiest part to make. And we'll just start with that. To begin with, we already have 10 iridescite. And if you remember yesterday, we already had we only have 34 circuit boards and 34 living glass. So we're going to stop at 34. So we already have 10. We'll just start with grantine. It's actually first on the chart as well. And we'll scroll down here to grantine. Grantine is dioxide and ionized cobalt. I already have 5. So we'll make 29 of them. And we'll just see if I have enough stuff in my suit. I think I do. 7, 8, 9. There we go. And so that should be 34. 10, 20, 34. I already have 3 uranium. So we'll come down to the uranium as soon as I figure out. It should be on the first page. Second page, there it is. I already have 3, so that's 31. And the last part of iridescite is the magna gold. I don't have any magna gold, so we're going to have to make 34 of those. And I only have enough ionized cobalt on me for 10, so we'll have to pull the ionized cobalt out. It's in there. There it is. Just didn't have enough room. It's permadeath. If this was normal mode, you could just make all this stuff. You wouldn't have to juggle your inventory around like this. The chickens are going crazy out there. Let's see, that should be enough. Where are we at? 10? And we need 24 more. There we go. So now we have 24 or 34 grantine, 34 auronium, and 34 magna gold. We only needed 24. I made too many. There we go. So I have a bunch of extra. Now if you're in normal mode, you don't have to take this step right here of putting stuff away. Everything's painted black that has to do with Stasis Devices now. I know. I got an overactive finger. I just need to move a few things here out of my way. And we'll go ahead and drop that all in there. And that's all of that. And not enough room for the paraffinium. I'll just drop it right there. Alright, so we have the iridesite. The next part that we need to make is the cryogenic chambers. And for cryogenic chambers, we need hot ice and thermic condensate. This is where Stasis Devices get complicated, because between the cryogenic chamber and the quantum processor, you need 68 enriched carbon and 68 thermic condensate. You have to make both of those things twice. You also have to make the nitrogen salt twice, and that's where we run into troubles. I am going to dump this all into cargo, or into high capacity, I guess it's called. I still have 10 too many. And usually I just drop the save point on the ground because it's the easiest way to dump it out of my suit. Alright, this is where we get into a sticky wicket. We have some on the starship, but we're going to have to get more out of storage. And we also need the condensed carbon for this. So we'll go grab the condensed carbon. Probably, in fact, I think we need all of it, but we'll just do it a little bit at a time. I wish there was a way to go straight from the container to where you want stuff to be. You can do it in the opposite direction, but that's kind of complicated as well. Suit high capacity. High capacity. How much room do I have left? Enough for all of it, I think. Alrighty. Oops. Give me that back. Here it is. It works to drop it into the Colossus, but the Colossus is completely full with my stuff that belongs in my high capacity. It's much easier to move stuff back and forth between exocraft than it is back and forth between the containers. All right, let's make what we can. So we need enriched carbon, and we're gonna need a lot of it. Looks like I can make 19 without pulling radon out. What have I got there? Oops. That's 21. And I need more radon. There we go. I don't even know, literally don't know if I have enough to do all of this. So there's 21, 22, 23. Boy. Oops. 2031. Okay. And now we need the nitrogen salt. We'll just see how much of that I've got. Got 10. You can see how really complicated this gets in permadeath, and that really is the point. That's what the difference between going to a huge farm in normal mode and making 1 billion units in 20 minutes and doing this in permadeath. That's the difference. Oops. I think what I'm most likely to run out of is condensed carbon. Where are we at here? That is what I'm out of. Nope, I'm not out of condensed carbon. Make more. I've already used all the stuff that's on the ship. Let's see, where are we at? 10, 20, 30. You see how aggravating this can be. It'd probably be more aggravating to walk up to the actual containers to pull this stuff out. All right, 10, 20, 34. And we also need 34 thermic condensate. Oh. Apparently I was carrying more sulfurine than anything else. There we go. What do we got going on in there? Get that out of my way. All right, let's get some more sulfurine out. Hello. And where are we at? 10, 13. $21. I'll just use that up. And, oops. Things are sticky. Sticky keys. All right, where are we at here? 10, 24. I need 10 more. Oops, that's one too many. All right, so now we have the enriched carbon, the nitrogen salt, and the thermic condensate. With that, we're going to make all of the hot ice and then all the cryo pumps. So we'll go in here. We're going to come down here to hot ice. There we go. If I miscounted, then you'll know right away. And then the cryo pumps. There we go. And here's the fun part. That can go over there. I can still get some stuff in the Colossus. It's good to know. Oh, that's why I had that. All right, so now we have the cryo pumps. Now we need the living glass that we made yesterday. And this will be easier to get directly out. If I can remember where I put it. Do-do-do. There it is. Alrighty. Looks like oh yeah, that I made one extra thermic condensate to dump in there. I had some already. Alright, so now we have the living glass and the cryo pumps. So now we should be able to make all the cryogenic chambers. There we go. I think I want those back there, as I recall. I've done this all before in Permadeath, and I'll tell you what, having a good handle on inventory management is definitely the way to go. Alrighty. But believe it or not, we have to do all that again in order to make the quantum processors. I got a little bit of condensed carbon left. I don't need any of that oxygen out. Oops, I passed by it. There we go. I really do wish that they would fix this. We need to be able to move stuff from cargo to the container. That would save a lot of pain and hassle. That's where all of that stuff was. And now we have, all of that. Here's the bits and pieces. We definitely want to use these bits and pieces because I don't think I have enough stuff left to do it without them. So, all right, there's sulfurine. So, in order to make enough of these semiconductors, we've got 10, 13. So we have 13 semiconductors. We need to make thermic condensate and nitrogen salt. Here's, that makes 17. Now let's grab some stuff. Sulfurine is last. All right, so what are we at? 10, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We ran out of nitrogen. I knew that was going to happen. Let's see if I have any extra. That's uranium. Nope, I don't have any extra. That's all right. We'll get back to that. And then we need the enriched carbon. Oh, let's go back and finish making the semiconductors. Thermic condensate, we have 10. And nope, don't have any on me. So let's go grab that. See, that's 10, 20. For this part of it, it is just easier to pull it right straight out. Oops. Alrighty. let's try to make the rest of these semiconductors. We'll just see how many we can make. And then we need the enriched carbon. There we go. Alrighty, let's make some, excuse me, let's make some superconductors. And just see how many we can make. Oops. Boy, we almost made it. We've got 34 of them, or 31 of them. We'll dump that. All of the extra thermic condensate. Enriched carbon. Nope, that went into the ship again. Let me just do it directly. There we go. Alright, now what have we got? So now we have enough, maybe enough. We've got all of our cryogenic chambers, all of our iridescite. We've got almost all of our superconductors. All we need now is to get out the circuit boards. And they are right here. And we're just a few short. It's probably harvestable by now. We'll have to check. 31. We're only 3 short. That's only 750, by the way. That was close. Nothing ever goes to plan. When later on, when I come back, after I'm done shooting this, I'm gonna make all of the rest of that stuff that I can make and put it away, and that just saves so much insanity. All right, that's the main 3 parts of the stasis devices. So now we can just make stasis devices, and we're only going to get 31 out of it. There we go. And then I'm going to go and check and see if I have 750 of anything yet. Actually, we do. So what is it that we were short on? Where's the stairs? It's dark. I can't see where I'm going. Alrighty. So we have plenty of that. We've got plenty of that. So I should be able to make more of them. That's weird. It just didn't count. All I need is quantum processors. Quantum processors. Thermic condensate, nitrogen salt, enriched carbon, semiconductors, superconductors, Circuit boards. I don't know why my brain couldn't do that math. There we go. What am I missing? Oh, that was all of them. Silly me. All right, there they are, 34. I don't know why I couldn't do that math in my head. That's when you just crawl outside and just, you know, you just gotta lose it. Oh, I'm out of stuff. I'm just out of stuff. All right, now we have a huge mess. Now the biggest problem is finding a price. You can just sell these things. You're gonna get a ton of money, no matter, you know, what you do. Let's see here. We got minus 4.1, which is a 500 million units. Minus 4.1 on the ground. Let's go up to the space station. It might be quieter up there. I don't know why I can't count. Just hop along, hop, move, hop. There we go. Let's see what the space station offers. I won't sell these at a negative because it's too much work. There's plus 1.8 right there, and I'm willing to take that, but I have seen them as high as plus 3.4, so which is an amazing price, but not hugely different from this price. So I know it takes a long time to do this in permadeath. It is, however, worth it. And just one last look, I'm at 593 million right now because of ship scrapping, a very special kind of ship scrapping. Ship scrapping that I'll probably be showing you in a couple of days. And it's where you buy a low tier, so small slots ship, really cheap, S-class, and you bring up the number of slots to 40 in the main and don't touch anything else, and then sell them. But you have to buy a bunch and scrap a bunch to have the augments in order to do that. I do have a few augments left, not enough to do that, but that is just from doing that with an exotic 3 or 4 times. And then when I was done doing all the ship scrapping and upgrading all my ships, every time I went through the teleporter, it scrapped the ship I was flying and gave me all the profit from that. So I got an additional 200 million from that. So that was pretty cool. But the legit way to make money is definitely Stasis Devices, fusion igniters, things that you build from farming like that. Give you just a huge satisfaction. And that Gek really needs to calm down. Right. Let's take our second save in a month, over 1 billion units. 34 for 539. And now we are scrolling 1.1 billion. Alright, you guys. The insanity of making stasis devices in permadeath. It's very complicated and sometimes frustrating, but it's totally worth it because I'm never ever going to have to do that again. But I can do it again, and I'm part of the way there because of my multi-tool being set up this way. Means that I get more from my farms than I planted. In fact, I got 14 more than I planned on. If I had only gotten the 20 circuit boards and 20 living glass, making those stasis devices would have been a whole lot easier because I wouldn't have had to work out how much extra gases I need in order to do it. And that was the complicated part. was I had planned on 20 and I worked it out for 20, and then when I got 34 I had to go back and get more supplies than I had planned on. All right, we're rich. Woohoo! I want to thank you all so much for coming along. Farming and mining and permadeath. Yikes. We will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.